Okay, so welcome to our team call. I posted a little post in our team page to find out what you guys kind of need help with. So I can help, or all of us can help kind of contribute to learning or, figure out what you guys need help with. So, and the specials for next month are 21 Day Fix and Body Beast. And the 21 Day Fix Kickstart. Now, the 21 Day Fix is $140. The Kickstart is $180. And Body Beast, shoot, I forgot what that one was. I think $160.
The last time it was on special, it was $140 as well. So I don't know.
Maybe it is $140 then. Maybe
last time it was $140.
I'll have to check my email. I don't have it, but so that's on sale for next month. Does anyone hit Success Club 5 this month?
9.
You're at 9?
0.
Who said 9?
Oh,
no, I said I'm trying.
Oh my gosh, I'm at 2, and this is like gonna end my 2-year streak of Success Club 5.
Oh no.
I'm like so sad about it.
No.
I know. But whatever. I'm going to still try after I get off this call. I'm going to do a bunch of follow-ups. But I'm running out of time. So it is what it is, right? I mean, I tried. Anyways, okay. So the first question, Elizabeth, she wanted to know about reaching out to people, new or old, but she wanted to know like how to get conversations started. So I just want to answer that in case she listens to the recording. Usually what I do is I go to their Facebook page and I scroll and look for anything that's happening in their life. What did they make a status about? Was it their kid's birthday party today, or maybe they got a new dog, or just look for stuff on their page that you can ask them about. So when you start that message, you can say, hey girl, a hey girl message, like, hey girl, what's up? A hey girl message, and say, oh my gosh, I just saw that your little boy turned 4 today. Doesn't time go so fast? Like, I feel like kind of connect with them and like bring yourself and speak their language. So bring yourself into their life and say, I'm a mom too, and time just flies by. I hope you're doing well. Your kids are so cute. Can't wait to talk soon. Something simple like that. Does not need to be Beachbody or anything involved. Just be genuinely interested in their life. Does anyone else have anything else on how they start new conversations? Does anyone want to add anything to help?
One of the things that I said one of the things that when I was doing the team cup, somebody I posted a picture of I would message them for like encouraging pictures that you've been what pictures you're supporting and just kind of go from what developed.
Okay, so we're having some technical difficulties. I don't know what we can do. Do we want to try maybe another link? I feel like this never happens with Josh's call. When we do his calls, right? It never happens. But somehow...
It does. It's like super brief. Is it even right now? I'm myself.
Yeah, I don't know why. Darn it. Maybe I'll mute everyone and see.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Okay, Christina, talk and see if that helps. Say what you just said.
I just said yeah, still doing.
Shoot, maybe if I mute. You know what can we do to like, does anyone else have a link that we can try to use maybe and post it in a thing, and then start it? Maybe we can try like redo it.
If you want,
Sarah, I can create a link, but because I get it from my dad, doesn't have the ability to record.
Shoot.
Yeah, so somebody else would have to do it that's from your computer, I think.
Like, I don't know if it's, I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know either.
I'm not echoing, but other people are? Okay, so no one is allowed to talk. Oh my gosh, this sucks. Okay.
Other people to talk, what if you mute yourself? I don't know.
Wait, let me try to mute myself.
Okay, so am I echoing for anybody right now? Okay, I'm not echoing for myself anymore either. That's weird. Okay, so Sarah, you can talk, but then after you ask a question, just mute yourself. Okay, so Christina, why don't you say what you were saying before, because we couldn't hear it.
Okay, so I basically just said that last month when I think I hit Success Club 9. One of the things that I was doing is when people would like one of my posts about Shakeology or working out or whatever, I would message them and just say, hey, thanks so much for liking the post. Your support means a lot to me. I'm really investing or, pushing hard, whatever. And then just ask them like what they've been up to and just kind of see where the conversation developed, because a lot of times it would develop into them having questions about what I was doing. And actually, I think that was one of Melissa's suggestions that we had talked about for our Team Cup group that she had made. And it worked really well for me.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. That's actually a lot of what I did in my beginning of my journey as a coach. Now, unfortunately, as time is continuing to go on, not a whole lot of new people are liking and commenting on my stuff. It tends to be the same people. But for anyone that's new that likes and comments to start that conversation, I think that's perfect because you're starting with a thank you. So I definitely think that's a wonderful idea. It's absolutely worked for me too. So I think that's wonderful. One thing too, and I know Holly was asking about the Hey Girl messages, and then this kind of relates to Elizabeth's question too, is like I just said, some of us have been doing this for a little while now, so we're not getting as many new likes and comments on our stuff. So I feel so silly saying this, but I've been a creeper lately, and I literally scroll through the people you may know that Facebook suggests to you. So I'm just scrolling through, and when I literally think to myself, they look nice, then I'll click on them, and I'll like look at their profile, and I'm like, okay, does it seem like there's something in common? Now, the only thing that can be a problem with that is that Facebook doesn't really show you like all of their posts a lot of times. I don't even think it's like a privacy setting thing. I don't know. Like I'm noticing that almost everybody I've clicked on, once they accept my friend request, if they do, I've only seen like maybe a third of their stuff, and all of a sudden like all these new posts are popping up. So you kind of have to make, judgment based off just of, some things you see. But lately it's been giving me a lot of people in Chicago, which is awesome. And sometimes we have no mutual friends, or we have one mutual friend and it's like an obscure friend. If they ever have a Beachbody coach that's a mutual friend, I don't friend them if it's another Beachbody coach. But either one mutual friend or like no mutual friend, so that I'm the first one, as far as I know, kind of building this relationship with this person. And so far I probably friend requested like, I don't know, maybe like 10 people. And I think 3 people have like officially accepted my friend request. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you go way too crazy all at once and like friend request a lot of people, Facebook will shut you down from friend requesting people for who knows how long. So you just got to be careful. So I try not to request more than 5 people like per day if I'm doing it that day, which I don't do it every single day. I maybe do it like every other day. But then I have been sending these Hey Girl messages, and it literally is just, I say, hey girl, or Matt could say, hey boy, or whatever. I guess for boys, maybe they would more prefer if you use their name. I don't know. I don't really message a lot of boys, but maybe. And so I actually say that, and then I actually point out the fact that it's kind of awkward and funny that I'm friend requesting them and I don't know them. Oh, hey, man. Okay, that's perfect. So if you're messaging a man, say, hey, man, or their name. And so I actually point out the fact that it's like a little awkward that I'm messaging them. And I think, dude, this is awesome. And I say, hey, I know, I'll say something like, I know it's kind of weird to just randomly friend request people, but it actually seemed like we had a lot in common, and I love meeting new people. So, and then I'll point out a couple things that we have in common. So I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm getting distracted by the comments. Hey boy, hey. You have to be careful how that sounds in a message, guys. They can't hear your tone. They're going to think you want to sleep with them. So be careful.
Oh my God. Sorry, I unmuted myself.
Oh yeah, that's funny. So, and then I'll point out a couple things I have in common with them, like, hey, I noticed you were into health and fitness, or hey, I noticed that you live in Chicago. I noticed that you love to go outside. I noticed that you love inspirational quotes, like blah, 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 whatever it is that kind of drew me to their profile, because it should be something that you enjoy about them too. And then just say, yeah, I love meeting new people, and I thought it would be cool if we could connect, and then try to end with a question. So then I say something like, you know, so do you live in NYC, or you know, are you a runner, or do you work out regularly, or what kind of fitness program do you follow? I'm always tweaking my health and fitness too, or something like that. Just kind of end with a question, but I try to keep my messages pretty brief so I'm not overwhelming them. So I try to keep it to like 4 sentences or something like that. And that's actually worked pretty well with me, because one of the random girls that I friended is actually in the Gallon Challenge. She hasn't really been doing much this week, but I literally just friend requested her last week at the end of the week. And then we talked back and forth enough that I was like, I felt confident enough to ask her, like, hey, do you want to be in the Gallon Challenge? And like I said, she hasn't really been participating, but that's okay. She's still in the group, so she's still seeing what's going on. And then this other girl, I don't know, I'm having a great back and forth conversation with her. She's like awesome, from San Francisco. She's in New York City for business or whatever, so it's going really well. And I have really talked a lot, and I'm going to stop talking now. Anybody else?
I have something to kind of add to that, or piggyback off of that, I guess. I did the same thing on Facebook. If you go to your homepage in that little search engine thing, you can type in anything. Like I typed in a few months ago, I typed in like Athens, Greece Marathon, and it will like show all these people that are mutual friends. So not necessarily people that I'm friends with, but mutual friends posts, like, and if Athens Greece Marathon was posted anywhere in their Facebook, like they'll pop up. So for anybody that posted something about Athens Greece Marathon, I would like click on their name, and I could see their profile, and I would send them a message, like, or I would send them a friend request and a message, because I think once they add you or confirm the friendship, then you can see their message or something like that. But I'd be like, hey, like I was just randomly like searching for Athens Greece Marathon, and your name popped up, and we have a mutual friend, Billy Jones. Like, that's so cool. Like, are you planning to run it? Is it like a bucket list? And just start a conversation from there. And it's actually kind of interesting, like what you can come across by searching different things and people that will actually respond to you. One guy I ended up talking to back and forth for like a good week. He kind of bashed Shakeology for a while, but so we don't talk anymore. But I mean, it's still kind of cool, like connecting with people that way.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. And while you were talking about that, Melissa, I wasn't ignoring you. I was like, oh, I didn't know about that, so I'm going to test it. So I just went to the news feed, and then in the search box, like, for example, one of the things that I love is inspirational quotes. So so I typed in inspirational quotes, and then it gives you the top ones, I guess, which maybe are like the most likes and comments. Yeah, that's what it'd be, the most likes and comments. So maybe that's not going to be the ones that you're the most interested in, because they've got a lot of activity already. But then right next to that, it says latest. So that literally means to the second, like to the minute, what was the most recent thing that was posted. So 1 minute ago, Mary Boswell posted, "Love this John Lennon quote." So now I can like click on that and see Mary Boswell's post. And so that happened 1 minute ago. So that's kind of cool. And then you can click people, and then it will actually show you people that have something about quotes in their name. So that might not be as useful, I guess, because it's like part of the name. So maybe they're like it's not like a real personal account. Maybe it's more businessy type account. But then after that, it says photos and videos. So kind of just like Instagram, like searching a hashtag. Now you can look up photos, and if you really like a photo, obviously click on that and see like, okay, who posted that, or whatever. That's a really, really good tip, Melissa. Like, that's a really good tip. Anybody else try it? Somebody else go on your Facebook and search something else that's like of interest to you in that search box. And then you'll see top latest people, photos, videos, pages, places, groups, apps, events. That's a really good tip. That's a great way to meet new people. Anybody else have one that they looked at or seemed useful? Just a helpful search.
Hello, can I talk? Is it being weird? Okay. Like when I go to people, I can't like friend them, right?
Just now when I click, there are people or pages that it does have the add friend option. So like I could click add friend on those people.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that is a really good idea. Does anyone else, those were the only questions I have. Matt that wanted to share something about scheduling, something recent that he was doing. If you wanted to go ahead and share, I will mute myself or else it'll go crazy.
So basically, this is one of the things that I learned in the recruiting dash that Sarah Try presented, which was called Building Your Biz in 20. So basically in 20, how to build your business in 20 hours a week. So working the business for 20 hours every week. Basically, she said, we have 168 hours in an entire week. So I don't know if anyone's writing this down. If not, then it's recorded. So out of the 168 hours, and this is great for people that are working a full-time job. So 40 hours at your full-time job, about 50 hours of sleep, give or take, 15 hours for commuting to work and getting ready for work, 4 hours a week for personal development, 30 minutes each day, 6 hours for working out, 20 hours to work the business, and that leaves you with about 33 hours left still of free time for the week. So there's still plenty of time to spend time with your family, your kids, your significant other, and still get those 20 hours in. So basically what I did was I literally wrote down every day of the week and planned out how many hours a day I could fit into the business. So basically my full-time work schedule, what I do throughout the day, my commute and everything like that. And I made sure that I was able to hit at least 20 hours. So basically writing that all out, I came to like 21 hours, and that was leaving my Sunday free, maybe like working 1 hour, if that. So basically give me that free day to kind of just relax, spend time with Ashley, do whatever, family time. So basically I just kind of outlined that like on an Excel file. And then I literally have been for the last 2 weeks, like literally making a time clock, like Monday through Sunday, just how many hours each day that I actually worked, and just making sure that I'm hitting those 20 hours. So it's like, it's been really beneficial for me because I can actually see now that I'm actually putting in the amount of hours that I want to in order to grow my business, and really like show consistency that I'm working, putting those 20 hours in, and knowing that I can fit it in with the full-time job and everything. So definitely for me, it was a great tool, and being able to kind of not really know exactly how many hours I was actually working prior to that, and just laying it out in a format where I could see it broken out each day. So it's definitely been helpful for me. And if anyone that has the full-time job, I think it's a pretty good tool to kind of just gauge like how many hours a week you're working. So that's pretty much all.
That's awesome. Do you follow her power hours too? She has power hours at.
Yeah, I actually, that was like one part that I've been trying to do. Like, I definitely took her using the Google worksheet, and using like just the two tabs, like follow-ups and newbies. Like, so basically every day just having a list of people that I know that I want to like initiate a conversation with, and then just one tab for any kind of follow-up, whether it's other coaches, people I have ongoing conversations with, and I just have their name, the date that I want to follow up with them, and then kind of just like another comment, like where I left off with them, or where they're, what they're looking to do, like as far as getting a challenge pack or coaching or things like that. So I've definitely been doing that. Not really like doing the specific tasks in each hour, but making sure that I'm using that sheet every day. So it's definitely helpful.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I actually started using that Excel thing where just one sheet is the people that you're talking to, the date that you want to follow back up with them, and then what you want to follow up with them about. And then another page for your new people that you're starting conversations with. So you always know when you sort for the date, you know what people you're talking to on that day. So you don't have to waste your time saying, oh, who am I going to talk to, like scrolling Facebook and wasting time. That way you just already know, okay, on Thursday, on September 30th, I am going to talk to these 5 people. So you already know, and then you do it and you're done. No time to think about who you're talking to. And then Melissa, I think it was Melissa, we were talking on a message or something, but she suggested putting scripts in another sheet, so you can copy the script, click on whoever you want to talk to, whoever's in your list on the other sheet, and paste the script, and save time there. Then typing out what is the 21-day fix. Well, you can have that typed out in a script, explaining what the 21-day fix is, copy paste. There you go. You kind of personalize it to that person, and there you go. I have a script for following up with people that have ordered HD Shakeology. So I follow up with them 5 days before their auto ship goes out, and I send them a message saying, hey, how are you liking Shakeology? Your auto ship is going to ship in about 5 days. Just want to make sure you want it, or if you want to cancel it, postpone it, or maybe have it every other month, kind of change your ship date. And I asked them how they're doing with it, how they like it, what changes have they seen. So I wrote that all in a script. So when it says Nicole, I have to follow up with her on September 30th, and it says Shakeology follow-up, I know, I'm going to send her that script, ask her how it is, and there you go. It's done. It's fast and simple. So that's another good idea to have in your contact list, just those scripts, a sheet of scripts. So I thought that helped. Does anyone have anything else they want to add for any of that?
And just if you want the echo. No, if you guys want, I can post the actual like file like that I created with my like daily breakdown of each hour. So just so if you guys want to see it, I can put it in the files in Muscle Militia if you want.
Yeah, that'll help. And I can post like a screenshot of what mine looks like. We can have a few ideas of what, how to do it. what else was I going to say? Oh, I know that, did anyone see that big long list of personal development, like how to create your personal development plan? Did anyone see that? It's like a big long list of books that I posted in Muscle Militia. Well, it's a big long list of personal development books and what to read when you're struggling with whatever you're struggling with. So if you're struggling with communicating with people, you know, you need a book that will help you get over that fear. There's lists of books for that. There's lists of books in case you are trying to be a leader, like leadership books, what books to read if you're struggling with that. A huge list. So I really suggest you guys check it out. And if anyone wants to add anything else about personal development, maybe a good book that you're reading, what it's helping you with, and if you want to share on here, because I'm sure other people are struggling in the same area as well. So if anyone wants to share with that, and I will bring that file up to the top of Muscle Militia so you guys can check it out. So if anyone has anything to add, feel free.
Okay, can you guys hear me? I have my headphones on now. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so one thing I wanted to add, so for example, okay, right now, like, I'm just going to be honest, I feel shameful about this, but I'm at Success Club 0. And is that surprising? Because, like, some of you know, like, I've just been, like, not in a weird place where I'm, like, doubting Beachbody, but, like, a weird place of, like, doubting myself. So it's been, like, obviously I'm not going to, you know, probably have as many Success Club points if, like, I myself am just struggling, like, day to day with, like, my own personal motivation and whatever. But one thing I kind of just really realized that I kind of want to make clear to everybody. So one thing I haven't been doing as much is personal messaging. And I have been messaging people, but definitely not as much as I was before. And, you know, I've definitely in some ways like stepped up my social media game. Actually, there was a week there I was kind of not present, but on the times where I've been really present, I feel like I'm definitely trying to like increase the value content I'm putting out there with my posts, and also just I don't know, value content, frequency, like all that good stuff. And then one thing I just was kind of thinking about today is that right now, none of us are at the point on this team where like some coaches, and I know we all wish that we were there, and I do believe we'll get there eventually, but we're some coaches who are, you know, like the top 10, for example, like Lori Stewart is someone I follow. She was like number 3 this past year. She's fantastic, but she has a hugely successful business. So she has a really big social media following. And also on top of her huge team, that means she's making a ton of money and has a big budget that she can put into social media marketing, like actually paying for ads. So I've seen her ads and they're great. Now, not all of us have that budget, but lately I've been trying to like, you know, create things that are just like really, really good and like hashtagging, you know, the poop out of things so people will, you know, like it, and then hopefully just like see what I'm doing, know what I'm doing, see that I'm passionate, and then want to buy from me. And then I realized like one of the biggest parts about being successful in a business where it's relationship marketing and person-to-person selling is that you have to ask for the sale. You have to ask for the sale, especially when you're in the beginning stages where all of us are very much building right now, and we don't have huge budgets to allot for ads or things like that. And our accounts aren't so huge. Like on Instagram, we don't have 35,000 followers where people are just like, oh my God, follow this account, you know, all this stuff. And so I realized like part of the reason I haven't been as successful lately is because I haven't been closing or asking people 100% to commit with me. And that's because I've been more building my social media presence lately rather than building those one-to-one relationships and then finally getting them to the point where I feel comfortable asking them to invest with me. So I just kind of wanted to make that point that if you feel like you're working and you're really frustrated, because like today I spent a lot of time in social media. Now it was time well spent because it was some great posts for today and some posts I created for tomorrow. So it's good to get ahead. And then also I recorded 2 more videos for my freemium, which is a 7-video freemium, and now I have 4, so I'm getting closer, which will be very useful to me later. But that then if at the end of the day I just put out I'm not at the place yet where people are just going to be like, let me throw my email and my money at you. You know what I mean? Melissa, were you good?
Yeah, I don't know if it happened for everyone else, but we couldn't hear, or I couldn't hear like a lot of what you just said the last like minute.
Oh, shoot. Was that the case for everybody? You can just nod your head, yes. Darn it. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically kind of what I was saying was I've been more like growing my social media presence and like really kind of like having good quality of posts, good frequency of posts, and good content, but I haven't really been creating those relationships one-to-one, and I haven't been actually like closing or like asking for the sale. So then the problem is like I said, I created great social media posts today that went up today. I created some in advance for tomorrow, which is awesome because I'm always behind the ball, and I created videos for my freemium, but I didn't have conversations with people to ask them to like purchase from me, to join me where I'm actually closing these sales. And my point is that it can get really frustrating because you feel like, oh my gosh, I've been working so hard and I don't have any Success Club points. Well, it's like, yeah, I worked really hard today, but I'm not at the point right now where people are just throwing their email addresses at me and throwing money at me for challenge packs. Right now, those individual relationships are still really important until I have the momentum and the budget to be able to place paid for ads, and then also have enough people following me that they're like, oh my God, have you checked out Stephanie Padger on Instagram? Like, her account's amazing. I'm not at that point yet, and it's okay, but it was kind of like a realization I had, that it's like, I can't be frustrated because I want my business to be at a point where it's not yet, and it will get there, but it's not yet. And so the work I'm putting in is valuable, but I still need to be doing a lot of that one-to-one connecting and one-to-one closing, asking for the sale. And I know it's kind of a bummer because we all just want to put a post out there and have people throw their emails at us. But yeah, I just kind of want to make that point because it was just something I kind of realized today.
Yes, and I think I had the same problem this month. I think I was just working on keeping up my 3 posts a day and putting good content out there, and then not just really sealing the deal. And that's my own fault. So I can't be, mad at that. But we all go through it, and it's not easy, but we just do it, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So does anyone want to share anything, ask anything? We have like 4 minutes left. No.
Just one last thought. I think with that masterminds group that a lot of us are doing, with the posts and tagging each other, it is really, really building our team morale. I think we're all commenting on each other's stuff and just really building each other up. And I think that's really awesome. And you can see from outside perspective, you can see this team community, and that's awesome. I think that should continue into October, but it sounds like a lot of us have kind of struggled through September, and that's normal. This time of year is it's hard. Summer, we don't have summer to be oh, get your summer body, and people are starting to dress, cover their bodies up and stuff. So September, October, November, those are hard months. So it means that we have to push extra, extra hard. So let's all try really, really hard in October, right? Let's all freaking hit Success Club 5, but that means we need to talk to people. And I think that's where my struggle was this month too. I'm I just don't feel like talking to people. And if we don't talk to people, then we are not going to hit our goals. So.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Melissa. And I know I'm actually going to go for Sarah's 505 Club again because I did make it, I think, 2 months. And 505 Club, Sarah Tries 505 Club is basically hitting Success Club 5 by the 5th of the month. And that's just really cool because then you hit that milestone, you get it out of the way really, really early so you're not stressed at the end of the month. And then obviously if you're already at Success Club 5, duh, might as well go for 10 or 15 or Success Club 57. I mean, let's get serious here. So yeah, totally.
And I have a challenge group that starts on October 12th. So the last date that they can order and get it in time would be October 5th. So there is an awesome chance for you guys to get Success Club 5. For me too. I know I'm trying my damn hardest. So October 12th, challenge group for everyone. Yeah, so start inviting, asking people if they want to get healthy, and let's change some lives. This last group was awesome. It's been doing amazing. So good job, guys.
Yay. Good job, everyone.
Anyone else? Anything? No? Good? All right. Well, thank you guys for being on, and I will see you next Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.